Paula, it's me, Cheryl Santoro, and I'm back for week 5. And this is the side dish competition for the Real Women of Philadelphia. Today I'm going to prepare a great Irish kind of German side dish with green cabbage. And I have actually made this recipe up just for the Philadelphia cream cheese competition. It's absolutely savory, it's great, it's so amazing, and I know that everyone will just love it. If you're not a big fan of cabbage, you will be by the time this recipe is done. Okay, let's talk about the ingredients. Of course, it's a head of green cabbage, Philadelphia whipped cream cheese, and that's going to be 4 ounces. We are going to add 1 stick of butter and 8 ounces of sour cream with the Philadelphia cream cheese, which I have already begun marinating with the cardamom and the celery seed, kosher salt or sea salt, and fresh black pepper. And this is the cabbage that I have quartered and roughly chopped. I just wanted to show you the core. This is the core that you would get from the cabbage after you quartered it and roughly chopped it. And so let's start cooking. Okay, so we've melted the stick of butter into the frying pan or the saute pan. And now I'm going to add the cabbage. It's been roughly chopped and quartered, and this will definitely melt down. So all that you can get into the pan, which you can see will be all of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss this in the butter. Just take a couple of tosses. And this is going to be on medium-high heat. And now you can see that the cabbage is going to take on the butter. It's going to glisten a little bit. And now it's starting to melt down. And it's going to start to wilt. And look at that. It's beautiful. It starts to glisten and start to reduce. That was a whole head of green cabbage. And you see it's starting to melt down even more as we turn. Look at that. Glistens with the butter. Really looks good. And see how it's reduced already because it started to wilt. But that's not the final thing, because we're going to do a lot more to this cabbage to make the final product. Okay, lid goes on. Okay, so the cabbage has wilted really well. Let me just show you. Beautiful. This whole head of cabbage has wilted in that 1 stick of butter. And now we are going to add salt and pepper. I recommend a ½ teaspoon of sea salt or kosher salt. Going to add that in, and a ¼ teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper. There you go, beautiful. Gonna mix that all in, And now we're going to add this marinated mixture. I have marinated at the beginning of the process 8 ounces of sour cream and 4 ounces of Philadelphia whipped cream cheese with the cardamom and the celery seed. We're going to add that now into the cabbage. It's really marinated. It smells beautiful. It's like rye bread baking in your house. Caraway seeds give such a great flavor. And now let me toss this all into the cabbage. And look how pretty that is. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's going to take on a great flavor. I'm so excited about this because this is such a great recipe and side dish, and it's going to please everyone who loves vegetables. Alright, so now we're going to add back the lid and just let it cook a little bit on medium until it's finished. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes that we have sauteed the cabbage in all of the Philadelphia cream cheese mixture with the cardamom and the caraway seeds. Look how beautiful that looks. And now we're ready to plate it and serve it along with any type of meat that you choose. Could be pork loin, pork chops, or I suggest a Wiener Schnitzel, and it's really a great Irish-German dish. Okay, so the dish has been prepared, the side dish, really great. I'm so excited about this. I just have to show you. Can I do that? Look at that cabbage. It's amazing and it smells so great. The caraway seeds, the cardamom, the Philadelphia cream cheese. It's just a great dish. I wish you could smell this. And it's just something that I created, I prepared, and I am so proud of it, and I can't wait for you to taste it. So now let me just plate it up for you. So you might be wondering, what could you garnish this dish with? Well, I reserved one big cabbage leaf, and I'm gonna roughly chop it like a chiffonade, and then I'm going to plate it and garnish with this cabbage leaf. Look how pretty that is. Now, you might not have a beautiful cabbage plate, but I just happen to have one. And then I've lined a beautiful platter with some of the fresh cabbage leaves. I'm going to put this platter on top, plate the cabbage, and now I'm going to garnish with that beautiful chiffonade cabbage leaf that I just cut up for you. And what a beautiful presentation. And it's a great dish. I hope you try it. It's amazingly tasty, very succulent, and I hope you enjoy.